I talked to somebody the other day that started her own clinic at right about 3 years out. And she said the nail in the coffin for her was that she had to take PTO to go to the dentist. She's like, I have such a restrictive schedule. And for her, she will eventually want to have a family. She's like, what am I going to do? It is a really challenging thing on schedules like that. So what are your thoughts on that 3-year clinical dilemma, Yves?
And it took me, just for context, 10 years of being a PT before I started a cash practice. So when I look back at that, and from having a lot of conversations with PTs who are trying to start something or are in the clinical dilemma and kind of unsure, I think 3 years is about that mark where it's not new anymore. You feel relatively comfortable. You feel like you're good at your craft. And then you look around and you're like, this is what happened to me. I look at my boss and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want to be that person. That looks awful, And so it's like, that's my upper trajectory. Or maybe, I think in cases now, I'd never experienced with this, but there is no upward trajectory. Probably for a lot of PTs, they're just like, I'm a PT1 and then I can be a PT2 and make a little more money, but I'm basically doing the same thing forever. So I think it's one of those two things kind of happen. And that's what happened to me. And I'm like, man, I just have to find a completely different path because I don't want to be that person for the next 10, 20 years. Like that doesn't sound good. And that's kind of the only option.